Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your July 2021 He Said, She Said reading. Thanks for joining us. My name is Michelle.
My name's Richard.
And this is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Sagittarius, we're doing a dual reading, so either side can resonate as you, so please keep that in mind. If you're cross-watching, either side can resonate as you. Oh, as rather a Sagittarian that you're dealing with. Maybe some of you are dealing with a Sagittarius as well. I know that can get tricky when you're both the sign, but you guys work that out. So let's see. A general reading, of course. I'm going to get a... what is the energy around Sagittarius, please, for the month of July? Energy around Sagittarius. Okay, two popped out for you. We've got the card of Master and Disciple, and oh, okay, well, with this one, this is about okay, this is what I'm getting. It's knowing when to cut the cord. We've got Master and Disciple here. It is kind of like an energy of a teacher and a student. I'm talking about adult energy here, guys, not youth energy. And this is knowing when to stop something. Knowing when, okay, it's giving me a very clear message here of knowing when to stop being the teacher and just allowing people to learn on their own. Does that make sense to you guys? I think it does for Sagittarians. So let's see where this is going. Richard's got a card.
It's fated to suffer. You know, sometimes people get to this point where they say, "Oh, this is my lot in life. This is the way things are going to have to be." My own personal view is we always have a bit more control over our lives than fate would have us believe. There really is no fate.
So you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, and at some point you have to let go.
Right.
You know, if the student is unwilling to learn.
That's right. There's not much you can do.
Yeah.
So I think that could be part of it as well. But you know what they say. They say that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional.
So let's see where this goes for you, Sagittarius. We'll start with the status of this relationship. How do you feel about the other person? What are the strengths, the challenges? Advice, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what's hidden or unexpected, and the potential outcome.
Okay, so status of the relationship, how this person views you, strengths, weaknesses, what this person should keep doing, what they should stop doing, what's hidden for this person, and the outcome if nothing changes.
Seven of Wands. Yeah, if someone's resisting the lesson, you have to let go, Sagittarius. Otherwise, if you're constantly being met with resistance to something that you're trying to teach someone, or someone that you're trying to get through to, whatever it could be, I mean, I see a myriad of things here, and you're being constantly met with resistance, there's an energy here of needing to release that. Otherwise, if you hold on to the other person not hearing you or not getting it, then that can lead to a lot of stress and like a build-up of energy within you that isn't yours to carry.
That's right. Okay, we've got the Nine of Wands here. It's the person who feels like they're fated to suffer, isn't it? You know, you've got the wounded warrior, somebody who's been a bit beaten up. You can see all the bandage around the head, and this person's looking a little bit pensive. They're wondering, well, where's the next challenge going to come from?
It's someone who fears the worst, has the worst in their mind. So, you know what happens when we think about the worst happening? It generally happens.
You know, because we bring that into our lives. It's a form of self-sabotage.
How you feel about this person, the Four of Cups?
Well, it's pretty harsh, isn't it?
Well, it's not how, I don't feel it's how you feel.
No.
Like you're not rejecting this person. I just see you as being emotionally neutral.
No, actually, I don't see it that way at all.
Okay.
And the Four of Cups here is as how you view this person. You view this person as being in a depression.
Yeah, absolutely. You may see this person being emotionally withdrawn, not being able, when they're in the Nine of Wands state, this is someone who is almost paranoid about the worst happen. It's usually someone who's already been through a lot. The wounded warrior there, so it's someone who's fearing that happening again, fearing repeats.
With that Seven of Wands there, I mean, it's even worse because they don't even seem to be open. I mean, there's a lot of closed off energy here.
Yeah, it's definitely someone's closed off. But the interesting thing that I'm getting with you, Sagittarius, is this energy of not holding on to this as rejection.
That's right.
Not seeing it as rejection. It's not rejection of you. They're just in this rejection mode. They're rejecting everything, really.
Yes,
it's kind of how I'm seeing it.
Even the stuff that's good for them.
Yes.
And I think that's the message that's got to be brought home here.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Three of Swords in the reverse. So what I'm seeing here is, Sagittarius, I don't want you taking responsibility for somebody else's inability to handle their own pain. That's what I'm getting here with this Three of Swords in reverse.
Yeah. I mean, when someone's in pain,
they do things they shouldn't do.
Hurt people can really hurt people.
They can. And maybe not intentionally, but that's what they do.
Strength here is the Nine of Wands. The strength is that this is, I'm picking up that this may be, for some of you it's one person, for others of you it's a number of people that you've experienced, that you've been around lately, people that you've received pushback from. The good news that I see here is that there is hope for these people. They're not a lost, I was talking about this being kind of, there's a little bit of giving up energy around this. I'm not getting lost cause here.
No, it's surrender on your part, Sagittarius. But the thing with the Nine of Wands is that it is also perseverance.
Yeah.
The wounded warrior is still standing. It's still struggling on.
See, you've been through a lot, Sagittarius. It may not seem like it to someone here who feels like they've been through more or things have been worse for them. But the reality is that everybody goes through, we can't reach a point in life and not go through a lot of stuff. So you've been through that stuff and you've come out with all of these kind of, survival techniques that perhaps you want to teach to others, or some of you are healers. Some of you could be nurses, some of you could be counsellors. But there's an energy of imparting your wisdom here, things that you've learned by going through your own experiences.
How open, though, are the people you're with to learning? And
some people will be, some people will be completely closed off.
That's right. And then this person you're dealing with here is more of the closed off variety.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting to see that Nine of Wands here and here as the status of the relationship as well. Yeah, we've got the Four of Swords here in the reverse. It's this person. Well, the good news, I think, is that they are able to be healed. Is what I get. So it's like Michelle was talking about earlier about these people not being a lost cause. But in order for them to be healed, they're going to, it's physician heal thyself. Right, they're going to have to do a bit of healing on their own. And sometimes, Sagittarius, even though you've been helping, you've been trying to help, you can't afford to be roped in to this person's suffering and suffer for them. Especially if you're an empathic kind of Sagittarian as well. That's a big danger. So the ability for you to be able to release and allow these people to experience some of this on their own and learn to heal their own pain is very valuable.
This is quite an extreme image when you see this woman here throwing this child into the fire.
Yeah, that's right, releasing it. Yeah.
But it is about trial by fire. It's the only way people really learn. It's not by the teacher, is it?
No.
Really, it's by doing.
It's by suffering through their own experiences, and experience is the best teacher. That's exactly right.
The challenge here is the Eight of Swords. Yeah, it's this mindset where of other people, which is very restrictive, in nature. It's people who get stuck and stuck in a mindset of believing that nothing will get better, that this is their fate, that they're destined to suffer.
And you'll notice with the Eight of Swords is that it's a ring of swords, but there are gaps in the ring, and that the person has the ability to shake off those binds, to remove the blindfold and walk away from what looks like a trap.
There's an energy here of feeling weak, somebody who feels weak in the weak in the face of challenge, weak in the face of adversity, that would just rather give up. But the strength is not giving up. The strength is persevering through adversity, learning how to, survival techniques, learning how, okay, that didn't work out, let me pick myself up and put myself back together and struggle on. It's something we have to do. Now, feminine energy tends to be the stronger of the two energies, mainly because, strangely enough, we believe from a younger age that we are fated to suffer. I mean, literally, when you think of the feminine cycles, we literally feel pain in order to live.
Well, you certainly feel a lot of pain during childbirth as well. That's something that men don't feel.
So women just become more accustomed to it. But because we feel that pain from a very young age, I feel that we build up a stronger tolerance and a lot more survival techniques that take us through an older age. Men, on the other hand, the masculine energies, tend to feel weaker when they reach a certain age, and they're not accustomed to that. It kind of makes them question their whole.
They're not prepared for.
They're not prepared.
Yeah, well, women tend to be more prepared.
Yes.
But remember, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional.
Yeah.
And you can get into a place where you think you're fated to suffer, and that's just it's really delusional, actually. Here we go. Judgment as being the weakness here. I get this as the thought of, oh, I'm through this, but you're really not. It's kind of like a...
Well, the challenge is the death of one way of being, like being in transition from, transition from one life cycle to the next.
Right. Thinking you're through it, but really you're not.
Getting through it is a challenge. I mean, just getting there.
Yeah, getting to this judgment.
Getting to that place where you are okay with. A lot of us, when we get older, we get stuck in holding on to who we were at a certain age, or what we believed ourselves to be at a certain age. And we reach the age of, let's just say, 50, and we look in the mirror and say, well, this is not who I thought I'd be at 50. This is not where I thought I'd be. I don't have this, I don't have that, I never really attained this much, And so all of these things go on when you look at yourself as you get older. But there's a point here where you have to let all that go and deal with things as they are, so that you can move on to the next cycle of your life free and clear of all of that stuff and start enjoying your more mature years. It's the key. Because if we hold on to that kind of resentment of what happened in the past and all of those kinds of things, we can't enjoy a time in our lives which we should enjoy more.
Well, we've said, the thing is we're so much wiser than we were. We've got to be putting that wisdom to good use.
Use that pain as gain, instead of sitting in that pain.
Bathing in it.
Yeah, that's right. Now let's see what you should continue to do. Sagittarius, we've got the King of Swords in the reverse. Well, this is an energy of, I feel that this is people around you.
No, I think it's tough love.
Tough love?
Yeah, on the part of Sagittarius, saying, well, look, I've done all I can to help you. Now I'm going to...
Just cutting...
I'm going to cut you loose.
Yeah.
But you're wiser than this person is, Sagittarius. So you know that by cutting them loose, you're actually helping them by allowing them to heal on their own.
I'm getting this as well. Anyone who has, I feel, given you some kind of grief. They may even have become angry at you. It's letting those people sit in that anger. Like it's a little bit like a parent putting someone in a timeout for the angry child. Tantrum. It feels like whatever tantrum is going on with someone around you, or perhaps a group of people around you, is letting them sit in that. I feel if they sit there long enough, they're going to realise that why are they sitting in that? What's the purpose of that?
Yeah, if they're adults, then they can process that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the Page of Swords over here. That's a very young kind of energy, isn't it? It's actually, I actually don't mind that energy. It's like a fresh start. A willingness to test oneself on the battlefield. I actually see it as being a really good sign for this person that you're dealing with, Sagittarius. What this means is your strategy will work.
Yeah, because whoever has been giving you the cold shoulder, whoever has been
nasty to you,
even perhaps has said some nasty things about you, I feel that you've cut them out, you've let them kind of fester in their own juices. And it seems like it is allowing this person some kind of reckoning here with judgment, if they need to do something about their lives for themselves.
That's right, but it's kind of like they need to start again in some respects.
Absolutely, but I feel that there is going to be some kind of communication, I think, that you're going to hear from this person. You're not going to reach out to them. I feel that
they'll definitely reach out.
They're coming to you.
Yeah. And you can't own their pain. And I think that's really important too, Sagittarius.
What you shouldn't do, Queen of Coins in reverse. Yeah, well, nurture other people before nurturing yourself. I feel like at this point in life, you have to use your... stop giving too much to people. There's an energy here of needing to take care of yourself, your own health. Remember, I feel that that's an important message here. It's important for your health, Sagittarius, not to take on other people's stuff. It's important for you right now to focus on nurture on your own health. A lot of it has to do with the stress. For some of you it's job related, I'm getting that. For others of you it's related to interpersonal relationships, probably both, really. And you know what? Drop the spears, my spirit guide is saying. You've been struggling for so long in life right now. Drop the spears and let somebody fight their own battles.
Yeah, that's right. We got the Three of Wands in the reverse. You see, that's hopelessness. It's disappointment. It's thinking your ships aren't going to come in. So the fact it's in the reverse here, in what they shouldn't do is they shouldn't feel that way. They shouldn't feel defeated. They shouldn't feel like things are not going to get better for them. I mean, that's the whole point behind this card, Fated to Suffer. This is how things are always going to be. They're never going to get any better. And that's bull. It's not, it's delusional. And that's what you've been fighting, Sagittarius. Not you yourself. You've been fighting that in somebody else.
What's hidden? The Devil in reverse. Well, that's it feels like freeing yourself. It feels like liberation from, you know, you can get attached to the struggle. And as Sagittarians, I think, well, all fire signs have this, but this is for Sagittarius specifically. Both, actually, the Nine of Swords Nine of Wands rather, is a card of Sagittarius. There's an energy around this of becoming accustomed to the struggle. What's hidden here, though, is you're releasing the chains to that. You know, why does it have to be a struggle? You come to a point in your life and say, why am I holding on to this struggle? Why do I feel like I need to strive for this other thing? You know, how much is too much? How much of a struggle do we have to go through? It feels to me like reaching a point where, you know what, I'm okay where I'm at. and I don't need to struggle anymore to attain that next thing, that bigger house, that better job, that better relationship. It feels like acceptance, accepting your lot in life, but doing so not from a place of negativity and believing that, okay, well, this is as far as I'm going to get and that's it. No, it's just accepting an amount of, I get it as like a truce, calling a truce, not being willing to put so much energy into fighting anymore. What are you fighting for, Sagittarius? Whatever you're fighting for right now, Spirit is saying, stop fighting for it. Let somebody else fight for it.
That's right.
For a lot of you, you've been fighting for a relationship. You've been the person that's put in all the effort. You've been the person that has reached out to people. Let people come to you. My spirit guide is saying, all you have to do right now, Sagittarius, is be receptive and let people come to you. Right now, it's not a time for you to take action.
I think you've been dealing with a lot of people who are in pain, Sagittarius.
Yeah.
And you've taken some of that pain on board for yourself, and that's definitely not the advice that we want you to do the opposite of that.
And what happens when you corner someone who's in pain?
Well, they're
going to push back.
That's right.
So that's the thing. You've been dealing with people who are pushing back because they want to be left alone.
That's right.
So leave them alone.
Let them be, and don't take any responsibility for how they're feeling.
Right.
That's really the message. So we've got over here what's hidden. Well, lack of balance is what's hidden. Mm-hmm. This person does not have the balance in their life, and that's what they need to attain. They've been going on the extremes. I mean, think of a pendulum. When a pendulum swings, there's always a point of equilibrium when there's no energy that needs to be put in. And if you can stay at that point in the pendulum, the middle way, as they call it, then you're going to receive a lot more balance in your life. But if you go to the extremes, what happens? The pendulum always swings back. Mm-hmm. And often it swings back twice as hard as the direction you went in the first place. So you have to be aware of that and seek some balance. That's for this person here that you're dealing with. So Sagittarius, have no fear. Your ability to let this person go is reflective of the fact that they don't have any balance.
This person has a lot of things that they need to free themselves of. You could be dealing with someone who has an addiction of any kind. There's certainly an unhealthy balance in their life, but I also see this devil as something that you need to free yourself from. Feel like you can save the day, that you can save the world. Sagittarius, you can't. So don't try.
That's right.
Let's see what the outcome is. King of Cups. Okay, well, yeah. The thing is, you're going to get what you want, what you've been fighting for, by not fighting for it.
That's right, by surrendering.
By surrendering and allowing this person to come to you, whoever they may be. I'm not getting a specific sign here, but I feel like this person's going to come to you with maturity.
I think you've been dealing with a lot of different people who are in this kind of state. So it could be any. It could be any of them. It could be any of them.
It could be multiple people. Maybe they all come to you at once in this state. And in that case, Sagittarius, I'll see you for a personal reading.
Oh, here we go. Page of Cups in reverse. I see that as coming to you, Sagittarius, a bit too early, a bit too quickly.
Before they're ready.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. So just keep that in mind. You've got to be able to see through them and be able to say, well, look, you're still not ready yet. Bye-bye, I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a lot of that. You're going to have a lot of people coming towards thinking they're ready and then, no, I'm not. Yeah. And then retreating and then coming back, I'm ready. No, they're not. And unfortunately, I think there's a spirit of just allowing that to happen. I feel that they're sitting in this kind of festering kind of pool of negativity but as adults we don't want to stay there, and I feel that there's going to be at least one person, maybe 2 or 3 here, that managed to pull themselves out of that kind of mindset.
Yeah, you're a lot more enlightened, I think, Sagittarius, and a lot more real about what's going on with these people than they actually are.
So we'll talk about this more in the extended. The link is down below, or you can join my band of gypsies to gain access. At the top tier level, you can gain access to all of the extended readings for the month for as long as you remain a member. Ways that you can join: clicking on the join button below will give you more information, or you can look for the link. If you have any trouble with that, let me know. Email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. I'll give you the instructions. And of course, if you prefer a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com, or go to my Etsy shop, and the link for that is down below as well. Please do leave a comment. Let us know how you're enjoying these readings, these surprise readings, and leave me a like. Don't forget that. I'm sorry, I was getting caught up in this image.
Helping hands, right?
Helping hands.
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing, Sagittarius. We're actually talking about more about hands off here, I think.
The way that I'm seeing this is like, it's not, you don't have to, you can rest. Let someone else help you.
Yeah, right. That's a good way of looking at it too.
I think you've done enough.
I actually see this as being kind of like your hands moving away. I don't think they're actually moving towards this person. I think they're moving away from the person. So you're taking your hands away, letting these people work on their own for a bit, in the hope that they'll come back to you as this King of Cups. But just remember, there's always a danger they'll come back to you as this page in reverse.
Yeah, I see this as you taking a rest from this, Sagittarius, because you have to do your own healing, remember. I feel that you have to take care of your own healing and nurture yourself. Some of you may be needing to get on top of your health there as well. That's a specific message just for some. So allow others to support you in that regard. Friends, family, trusted people. That you have more friends than you think as well. I'm getting that. So with this adversity, don't feel like everyone hates you or everyone's against you, because I actually feel like you have more support than you think you do. And I actually feel that even any of these people that are giving you pushback, they don't even dislike you. It's just that they're going with their own stuff. So we'll talk about this more in the extended, Sagittarius. Again, the link is down below, or you can join my band of gypsies to gain access. Wishing you the best with this, Sagittarius. We'll see you in part 2, or we'll speak to you again very soon.
Thanks, Sagittarius. Goodbye and good luck.